There is a company generating over $5 billion a year. Its primary workforce is mostly children. Most of them are not paid, and the ones who are paid receive less than a quarter of what they earn. It has 88 million daily active users. It has been sued by multiple U.S. states over child safety failures. It has been banned across multiple countries. And there is a very good chance that if you have a child under 16, they use it every single day. The company is Roblox, and the story of how it built a $5 billion empire on the backs of its own users is one of the most remarkable and uncomfortable business stories of the last 20 years. Roblox was founded by David Baszucki and Eric Castle in 2004, with the official launch happening in September 2006. Baszucki had previously built a physics simulation software called Interactive Physics in the early 1990s, designed to let students experiment with simulated environments. The concept he brought to Roblox was a natural evolution of that idea, a platform where users could build their own interactive worlds using simple tools and share those worlds with other users. It was not a game. It was a game creation system. The distinction matters enormously, and we will come back to it. In its early years, Roblox was a niche platform with a dedicated but small user base of mostly young people who wanted to build things. The graphics were deliberately blocky and simple, resembling Lego more than any conventional video game. The building tools were accessible to children in ways that professional game development software was not. The barrier to entry was low by design. Anyone could make something. The critical decision that turned Roblox from a hobbyist platform into a business came in 2009, when the company introduced Robux, its virtual currency. Players could buy Robux with real money and spend it within the platform on items for their avatar and access to games created by other users. This was the engine that would eventually generate billions of dollars. But the second decision, made in 2013, was the one that truly changed everything. In 2013, Roblox made a critical change to its developer program by allowing creators to exchange its virtual currency for real-world currencies. This meant that if you built a game on Roblox and other users spent Robux playing it, you could convert those Robux into actual dollars. For the first time, building things on Roblox was not just a hobby. It was a potential income stream. And for young people who had been building on the platform for years purely for fun, the idea that they could get paid for it was transformative. The platform exploded. Young developers poured themselves into creating experiences, the word Roblox uses instead of games, which is significant because it affects how the company is legally classified. Obstacle courses, role-play servers, simulator games, horror experiences, combat arenas. The diversity of content grew at a pace no single development studio could have matched because the workforce creating it was not employees. It was users, hundreds of thousands of them. Mostly teenagers, many of them younger than that. Roblox paid out $923 million to creators in 2024, with some developers making over $50 million. Those numbers sound extraordinary until you look at them in context. Roblox generated $3.6 billion in revenue in 2024. The creators who built every single experience on the platform received $923 million of that. Roblox kept the rest. And the split on individual earnings is even less favorable than those top-line numbers suggest. Roblox claims creators receive around 25% of profits from their games, with private investigations suggesting the real figure is closer to 17%. By comparison, Steam takes 30% from creators on its platform and Epic Games takes 12%. Steam takes its cut from professional adult developers who negotiated that arrangement with full knowledge of what they were agreeing to. Roblox takes its cut from children who clicked through a terms of service agreement they almost certainly did not read. Most upcoming creators on Roblox earn nothing unless they pay Roblox Corporation to advertise their games, bidding against other prospective advertisers for a slot. So not only does the platform take the majority of what successful creators earn, it also charges unsuccessful creators for the privilege of trying to become successful. The money flows almost entirely in one direction. Creations that do generate a profit pay creators their cut in Robux, virtual currency, not real money. That currency can only be converted to real-world money with a premium subscription and a minimum withdrawal of $1,000 at a conversion rate determined entirely by the company. The conversion rate itself has been a persistent source of controversy. Creators earn Robux at one rate and convert it to dollars at a significantly less favorable rate, meaning the effective percentage of real-world earnings is lower than even the stated split suggests. And here is the detail that makes all of this particularly uncomfortable. Critics argue that Roblox functions as a company town, where young developers are incentivized to work without the legal protections afforded to traditional employees. The ethics of profiting from the labor of minors who are often too young to sign legal contracts is a central point of contention. Roblox executives have defended the system as an educational tool that teaches entrepreneurship and coding, arguing that the vast majority of users are hobbyists, not employees. And that defense is technically accurate. Most users are hobbyists, but the platform's revenue is not generated by hobbyists. It is generated by the fraction of creators who built experiences compelling enough to attract paying users. Those creators are doing real work. Some of them are doing it full-time. And they are doing it under terms that no labor attorney would describe as fair. Roblox users spent 73.5 billion hours on the platform in 2024, a 22.5% increase on the year prior. 73.5 billion hours. Most of that time was spent inside experiences built by other users who received somewhere between 17 and 25% of the money that time generated. The people whose work kept 88 million daily users engaged for 73.5 billion hours collectively received less than $1 billion. The company that provided the platform kept over $4 billion. Now let's talk about the safety issues, because they are inseparable from any honest accounting of what Roblox is. The platform's user base skews extremely young. A significant portion of daily active users are under 13. The platform includes social features, chat, friend systems, group communication, that create obvious vectors for predatory behavior. Roblox has deployed automated moderation tools to manage this, but those tools have been consistently criticized as inadequate. The controversy centers on the tension between Roblox's identity as a safe space for children and the reality of its massive, difficult-to-moderate social ecosystem. Critics argue the company prioritizes growth and engagement over the fundamental safety of its youngest users. The legal consequences of that prioritization have been mounting. Roblox settled with Alabama over child safety concerns and still faces state lawsuits. Roblox agreed to pay $12 million to settle a Nevada child safety lawsuit. Those are not isolated incidents. They are part of a pattern of legal action from state governments that have concluded the platform's safety measures are insufficient for a product used primarily by children. Between 2024 and early 2026, a wave of nationwide bans hit Roblox across multiple continents, as governments concluded the platform could not adequately protect its young users under existing policies. In late 2025, Roblox was sued by the state of Louisiana over child safety concerns and prior incidents involving child predators on the platform. Roblox had also banned users found to be reporting predators to authorities because the company did not want to support what it felt were acts of vigilantism. Read that again. Users who reported predators to law enforcement were banned from the platform. The company's stated reason was that it did not want to endorse vigilantism. The practical effect was that it punished people who were trying to protect children from being harmed on Roblox. None of this has meaningfully slowed the company's financial growth. Roblox revenue for the 12 months ending March 2026 was $5.297 billion, a 38.1% increase year over year. The lawsuits continue. The settlements get paid. The bans in certain regions create friction. And the revenue goes up 38% anyway because 88 million people open the app every single day. Here is the financial picture that makes this story even more striking. Despite generating $3.6 billion in revenue in 2024, Roblox posted a net loss of $935 million and an operating loss of over $1 billion. A company generating $5 billion in annual revenue is losing nearly $1 billion a year. The explanation lies in how Roblox accounts for its deferred revenue. Robux purchased by users is not recognized as revenue until it is spent, creating complex accounting that obscures the underlying cash flows. The company is not going bankrupt. It is structurally unprofitable in the conventional accounting sense while sitting on significant cash reserves and growing its top line at nearly 40% annually. Investors are betting on scale, the belief that at sufficient size, the losses become profits. That bet has held for years. Whether it continues to hold is the central question hanging over the company's future. Roblox's valuation went from $2.5 billion in 2018 to almost $38 billion when it debuted on the New York Stock Exchange in 2021. The IPO made David Baszucki a billionaire. It made early investors extraordinary returns. And it took a platform built almost entirely on user-generated content, most of it created by children, and gave it a market capitalization larger than many traditional entertainment companies that employ thousands of professional adults. The uncomfortable truth at the center of the Roblox story is that the business model is genuinely brilliant and genuinely exploitative at the same time, and those two things are not in tension. They are the same thing. The platform works precisely because the people creating its value, the developers building the experiences that keep hundreds of millions of users engaged, are doing it for reasons that have nothing to do with fair compensation. They are doing it because they love building things. Because their friends play on Roblox. Because they grew up on the platform and it feels like home. Because the tools are accessible and the feedback is immediate and the community is enormous. Roblox did not build a gaming platform. It built a world, and then it figured out how to own the world while the people living in it did all the work. Roblox revenue for the quarter ending March 2026 was $1.442 billion, a 39.3% increase year over year, growing at 39%, being sued by multiple states, banned in multiple countries, losing nearly $1 billion a year on paper, and used by 88 million people every single day. Nobody talks about Roblox the way they talk about Netflix or Disney or Rockstar. It does not have the cultural cachet of those names. It does not get written about the same way. It does not generate the same kind of reverence or analysis or long-form journalism. But it is generating $5 billion a year. And it is doing it with the largest unpaid or underpaid workforce in the history of entertainment. The empire nobody talks about might be the most interesting one of all.